Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is new comic book day for the week of June 6th or June 19th, and we're going to get started right now. Now with 100% less choking. Thanks, Max Landis. This episode brought to you by shirts. Buy one. And if you actually follow us on Twitch now, you can buy it directly from Twitch. There's now like a little integration thing. It's kind of cool.
Hey guys, Tim from Gapes and Scowls, and it's time to talk about trades, because that's what we do here. That's what we do, so we're going to do it. I've got Winter Soldier. This is a one and done, maybe? I think this is a one and done. Winter Soldier series by Higgins. I assume Kyle Higgins. He's really good. Exo Manowar Volume 7. This is still just really chugging along. This is issues 23 to 26. Most people dig Exo Manowar. If you read it, you will, I'm sure. Archie 1941. This was a really fun take on Archie, even though it's not fun at all. It focuses on World War II. It was a very creative take. We have Batman and the Flash, The Button. This is the first time this got released in trade format. It was always in hardcover. 2 issues of Batman, 2 issues of the Flash, and it's a prelude of sorts to Doomsday Clock. We have Titans, Volume 6. This is a really thick one. Issues 29 to 36. I haven't been reading this. I'm not going to lie to you. Paul Pope's Heavy Liquid. This just looks cool. And it's got praise from 3 people that are amazing on the back: Gerard Way, Brian Azzarello, and Raphael Grandpa. Thor! I love the art, man. The art is so good on this book by Del Mundo. Just the best. Hit Girl in Hollywood. I reviewed issue 1 of this. This is the Kevin Smith penned Hit Girl story. It was pretty good. We've got Lucifer, Volume 1, I assume this is going to keep going, but if not, here's your Lucifer from the Sandman Universe line of books that got re-released. We've got Dead Man Logan. This is Volume 1, I believe 2 is the last half of it, and then it's done. 12-issue mini, if I remember correctly. This was a really good one. I really think Brisson's killing it on this one. And we go from Brisson to Rosenberg. This is some more X-Men action. I'm not a big X guy, but I do like Rosenberg. And there's 2 Rosenbergs on this one, so it's doubly good, right? That's how that works, right, Paul? Paul's not listening to me, he's reading. And then Giant Days, Volume 10. I love Giant Days an insane amount, so this is probably the greatest thing ever. Ever. Period.
All right, first up we have Age of X-Men Amazing Nightcrawler issue number 5. I read issue number 4. It was kind of neat. I read issue number 1. It was kind of shit. Issue number 5... it was just kind of shit. I just assumed it was a fluke, and it's not. It's terrible. Don't buy that thing.
Alright, first up for me, I've got Militia, issue 1 from Black Box Comics. This focuses on a group of hostile terrorist-type people taking over this small village, stealing all the women, young girls from a young girls' school, and their plans appear to be to sell them off to become brides for other sick demented people. But there is a U.S. Army force that is trying to get them back. It's a lot of typical Army stuff. It's by Chuck Dixon. It's pretty good. It's nothing to write home about, but I thought it was pretty decent. Your typical, like I said, just your typical kind of modern warfare stuff, kind of by the books, drone interaction. There is, your main character is a young female character who is trying to kind of appeal to, I don't know, Paul. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things to say, Paul, I'm trying to think of things to say, but this was kind of bland. This was kind of by the books, and I'm trying to, it's not bad. I don't want to discourage you from reading it. I don't want to read Call of Duty the book, but like the idea was that she has some good ideas. Her general isn't even like, you're a dumb woman. Like, there's none of that. It's just like, hey, that is an idea. Let's try that. Okay, here we go. Plan B. And I'm just, it's whatever. This is very whatever. If you love Call of Duty, you need to read this, because this is Call of Duty the book.
Next up, we have a book I liked. It's Red Sonja and Vampirella, and Betty and Veronica, issue number 2. This is fun. The art is great. In it, Amy Chu does a great job with this story. It's fun. It's quirky, dealing with the differences between Vampirella and Red Sonja and Betty and Veronica, and everybody trying to do these things in Riverdale while other people are dying. And it's cute, and that kind of Changes the tone of an otherwise weird murder mystery, but it's definitely one to watch.
All right, next up is Superman Year One, because everybody needs a Year One book. I gotta know what they were doing in high school. That's important. This book is written by Frank Miller, art by John Romita Jr. And there's not much else positive I can say about this book. Paul, I didn't like this book, like, at all. Some of the layout stuff was cool. Some of the things Romita Jr. did was cool. But the concept is Clark is a little more, I think he's like he's almost toddler age when he's thrown in the pod. And it's very much just told in a weird fashion. Clark is not likable at all. Miller, his rambling, droning, God. Don't make me laugh. I'm doing this. I'm gonna get through this. Miller used to be really good, kids. Okay, go back to like these 90s era comics that Miller wrote. They're good. His 80s, late 80s, really good, kids. Don't read this. This is $7.99. For $7.99, you can find a couple Sin City books and read those. That's really good because that's a gritty noir book, and those characters should be talking like this, not Clark Kent. There was nothing about this that made me go, Clark Kent, he's a great guy, hooray! I just could not give less of a shit about this book. I wish it never happened, but did. Go read something else. Anything 300 and back. You'll be fine.
Up next, we have Goddess Mode, issue number 6. The end of this series? I don't know. We can't find if there's number 7. This seems like it's very much the end. But the world of Azoth has merged with ours. Magic is everywhere, and they need to fix it. Do they fix it? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. But I'm assuming this is the end of the book, which just sucks because I loved this series. It was beautifully written, and the art is amazing in it. So if you've been watching this from the beginning, definitely check it out. But I mean, don't hop on here if you haven't. Go check out the other issues first, because I don't know if this is the last issue or not.
All right, it's time for my pick of the week, and thank you, Kyle Starks. I was not liking anything else I read. Thank God Assassination number 4 came out this week. This book, I've reviewed every issue. I will review the next issue as well. It's so good, and it's just fun, and comics are supposed to be fun. I'm just so down from those other books. But I really enjoyed it. We get a lot of action. A lot of action in this one. We're down to only a handful of contract killers left, and things are just going to get bonkers from this point on. I don't want to reveal too much. Just know that there are some lines in here that are hilarious, so you get that from Starks. I think Erica Henderson really upped her game on the art. She is just absolutely killing it on this book. And you get Dave answering letters in the back, which is fantastic. Dave is my favorite character, maybe of all time. So Dave's just the best. There are cool little nods to other things, I believe, in comics in here. So see if you can spot them. I saw an Akira reference in here, like little things. I love it. Starks, you are my hero. And everybody go buy this. It's mandatory. You can't wait for trade. Hunt down the issues. Get them now. Go to a con. Tell Starks that you want him to sign them. And he will.
And my pick of the week, it's an oldie, it's a goodie, it's a true one, but it's Batman issue number 73. This is really interesting because, holy crap, the 180 that happened in this issue based on what has been happening in the last couple issues, I did not see it coming. The art is beautiful in here. Tom King just does an amazing job writing this. This is an easy read for you. There's not a ton of dialogue because they're just kind of traveling in the desert, and for half of it, Batman is unconscious. So it's just Thomas Wayne. But man, when there is dialogue, there's some huge building to the next issue, and I can't wait to see how it comes out. So check this one out.
Hey, it's the end of the video, Paul. It's the end of the video, Paul. You want to plug anything, Paul?
No, I was actually thinking about what we could plug and
nothing to plug. I have an interview coming out on probably Friday with a very cool female artist from the industry, if you want to hear that. It's just a quick little fun interview. She's awesome. She's one of my favorite artists. She's done a lot of good things as of late. And I'm going to tease you with that. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Just check in. It's on Friday. Go get it, people. Oh, and go listen to all our YouTube stuff like over and over on repeat. That'd be sweet too. Okay, bye.